Just look at her. Now, amongst the bikers of you, I'm sure all of you know that the R1 has caused a lot of consternation. A lot of people don't like it. To me, I think it's one of the most distinctive, sexy, beautiful bikes out there. Good morning, by the way. It's Saturday. It's the 7th of November. I did go out on it yesterday, but it was chucking down the rain the whole time. I didn't get to take her out on that big mission. It was really torrential. In fact, even taking her out in B mode, you've still got so much power on her. That's like their rain mode. But today, it's nice and sunny. It's Saturday, it's still wet out on the roads, but I am going to do 2 diaries in one day. Doubling up, because I'm going to get myself lots of onboard footage of this, giving you my visceral my impressions of the bike, just as a rider, just as someone who's ridden a lot of different bikes, someone who's ridden a lot on track and things like that, just to give you my kind of visceral feelings. And then we'll get Jake to give us a big talk through all the major feature benefits and points of the bike, so that you get all the technical information as well. So I get to ride it. I'm going to take it for a blast on some main roads. I'm going to hit a bit of motorways, give it a real stretch to the legs, and then yeah, I'm just going to see what it's like. So far, what's really impressed me is, I mean, obviously the engine is ridiculous. I've never heard anything like it. I've never ridden anything like it. The way I combine the two, I suppose, it's like a mixture of the Triumph Thunderbird. If you could ride that 600cc parallel twin on there, and the Buell 1125 CR, the kind of twin on there, mixed with, say, something like for a Gixxer 4, it's just weird. It's got such high revving potential as well, and it spins so highly that, yeah, the engine braking is really minimal, so it kind of catches you out a little bit, but because the handling's so good and the suspension just rides over anything, it's lovely. It's lovely. It sounds really sad, but you can just really put it to corners quick. Right, anyway, I've been talking for 1 minute 40 seconds. I'm going to start this up, because this is the greatest sound known to man. I'm off for a ride, catching the street bike. So, we made it to street bike in one piece. Look at that. To me, this has just become, probably, for me personally, the ultimate riding experience. I've just been chatting to Alex about it from street bike and saying, what I look for in bikes, what bikes have really, really appealed to me in the past, from the Triumph Thunderbird, because it had the raw power of the rocket and the sound and that feeling of brutalness, but it handled beautifully and was, like, I wouldn't say manageable, but do you know what I mean, but just looked amazing. Then you had the Buell 1125 CR, which with its crazy V-twin, racing engine, it could rev like up to, I don't know, what is it, 14,000 revs. I just love that feeling of being on that kind of engine. And, you know, I take all the bikes that I love, the raw pace of, say, Gixxer, the brute sound of the Street Triple R, and you just seem to have everything combined in this one bike. You know, the engine is amazing, it revs like a V4 up to about 8,000-9,000, then it just takes off like an inline 4. The sound is like nothing else on the planet. I fall in love with the handling, and you know, it's different. I know a lot of guys who, like, for instance, when they go out riding roads, using sort of smooth gear changes and engine braking. I'm kind of the other, because I spend a lot of time on the track. I like to accelerate and brake. So to me, having a high spinning first gear that doesn't put too much pressure on the back wheel when you're engine braking is absolutely immense. The takeoff is amazing. I put it into mode A on the motorway. Yeah, I'm hardcore. Just to get some acceleration, kind of 40 to 70, and it's so much sharper and tauter because it's, you know, it shortens the throttle response, the braking response, everything, and suddenly it just wants to take off. And it's that front wheel will come up. You know, you've got to have your body position on the bike right when you ride this thing. But I'll tell you what, with the suspension, I keep saying, I'll tell you what, as well, which I mentioned earlier, that yeah, it's not as taut on it as in some other full-on tapped-out races, because I don't like that so much. You know, when you're going over the Spaghetti Junction, you're coming to a roundabout and you hit a pothole and you lose traction on the front wheel and you lose the ability to steer because it's so race set up. Roads aren't like tracks, unfortunately. If they were, that'd be perfect. I'd just ride a track bike all day. But this is a little bit more forgiving, and it just means you can smooth over those things and focus more on your racing lines and your actual braking points and stuff without having to worry about you know, the wheels coming off the ground. I love the look. Obviously, a lot of people don't, but if you're getting a bike like this, obviously the looks, you know, to a lot of people would be important, but just for sheer riding experience, for me personally, this is, obviously everyone is different, and I know I'm probably going to have a row with Leo the next few days with Honda about this personal blade, and Jason will talk through it a bit later, but for me personally, it's possibly my perfect bike, so much so I'm actually going to go inside and think about buying one. Probably can't afford it, but do you know what, fun I've had on this just in 2 days, and today's the only sunny day I've been able to take it out. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Triple thumbs up from the Wilkins. That's with my cousin Sheila.